is the, oh my gosh, it's so, oh my gosh, it's so pink. It's so beautiful, like my thumbnail. Let me just show you this. That doesn't even show you how pink it is. That doesn't even show you how pink it is. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's beautiful. Okay, we're warming up the car because we are got 5 minutes to get to the beach. The sun is rising right this minute, but the sun rises over the top of the other side of the island, so we've got a couple of minutes. Not long. We haven't got long. Got to hurry up. Come on, car, warm up. I'm drinking some green juice, which is really green powder, and then I put like 500 mils of water with it. So that's my first. Okay, warmed up. Okay, you know the drill. I can't hold the phone. Got to put the phone down. Phone down. Open room roof for you. I'm here. If you want to come along. My gosh, the sky is phenomenal. My gosh. Okay, the lights on. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh, it is, wow, pinch and a punch, first day of the month. It is September. Oh my gosh, it's the first of spring, guys. That is so cool. So cool, first of spring. Okay, guys, I'm just going to put the phone, flip it out for a second. You'll get it in a second, okay? Be back in a second. I am here still. I am just going past a mobile phone detector, and if the mobile phone sees me holding a phone in my hands, my lap, I will get $1,000 fine, and we do not want that, okay? Just saying. Okay, we're back. Oops. Oh, there we go. We're back. So we have sunrise in a couple of minutes. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, the sky is the pinkest, orangest. Wow. And there's clouds. Oh, I can't even express how this is going to be. I mean, I don't know how it's going to be, do I? I really don't. All right, we're going to keep on drinking our green juice. Calm down. I'm talking to myself. Calm down and keep carrying on, right? Don't speed. We are just on the speed limit. We're so excited to see the sunrise. Oh yeah. I love sunrises. It definitely... Hey, how you going? I'm here. We're driving to the beach. The sky is a beautiful candy floss colour with clouds kind of going above it. Obviously you can't see that because you're seeing the moon roof above me, and just above me the sky is just waking up. But the sky in front of me this way, oh my gosh, it's like this pinky, very flossy colour. Though it's changing very fast. So the sunrise is, well, it's at 6 a.m, right? It is 6:04 a.m. So we've kind of missed it. But we haven't missed it. We're just on time because the sun rises over an island in front of us. So I am in the Redcliffe Peninsula in southeast Queensland. And so I'm like 30 minutes away from Brisbane, driving. Walking, probably about 3 hours. I don't know if I've ever walked it, but you know, maybe one day. But we're going to the beach. This is my local beach, Redcliffe Beach. We're going to park. And then we're going to jump out of the car and see this amazing sky. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The sun is rising. The sun is rising. Okay, calm down. Keep calm, and carry on. Okay, we're just in time, guys. Just in time. You are going to see an amazing sunrise for the 1st of September. Oh my gosh. This is like, I love spring. Okay, and I've even got an easy park that I go straight into. I don't even have to repark back into. Okay. Keep calm and carry on. Okay, ready? Okay. Okay, we gotta go. We're just gonna grab keys, phone. I need that. Okay, just with me, just bear with me. No, it's not a great angle, okay? Never a great angle. Okay. Hi everyone in the chat. Hey Heather, how you going? So guys, I'm doing a live with Heather. Well, in about 12 hours, I think. Probably, yeah, 12 hours, yeah. A live? Oh my gosh, guys, take that in. That is, there we go. The sunrise on September 1st here in Australia. So if my friend Jim from Mainly Off Grid is watching, look at that beaming up. Oh my gosh, it's beaming up. That's weird. I've never seen that before. That's different. Wow, it's cold too. Oof. This is the sunrise. Hey, Kathleen. I'm so excited about doing a live with my friend Heather. So 12 hours time, I'm doing a live with Heather. Heather is going to teach me how to jewelry wire wrap. And I cannot wait. I found the most beautiful piece of sea glass. And I think it's sea rock, to be honest. On my walk Friday, it's so beautiful. It's perfect. I cannot wait to wrap it. So everyone else in the chat, I can't really see the chat, guys, because I'm focusing on the sunrise. Not sorry at all. If you want to watch the sunrise, perfect. If you want to have a chat, you chat with someone in the chat. There's a few moderators in the chat too, so if there's any weirdos, you can get rid of them. Because I'm literally just going to focus on this. Oh, okay. I have my 2 tripods. Flip you around. Hey guys. Okay, put you down on one of my tripods. Got my other phone, so I can take a jumping for joy. Okay. It's the first of spring! That deserves one more jump. It's the first of spring! First day of spring. The sun is rising. Okay, I'll flip it around, guys. I'm just too excited. I'm way too excited. I'm like excited school kid on the first day, actually no, the last day of school. Oh. Kind of symbolic that I wake up this morning and it's actually quite cool. So the last couple of days I've been walking and it's been so warm that I haven't really needed my sweater, right? This morning, wow. Oh, I need to take a photo, sorry. No, not sorry, I'm not sorry. I am not sorry at all, guys. Oh, that's me, taking a photo of me. Doing a phone, oh, I'm doing a selfie with you guys. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. See what the phone sees? The first day of spring. 1st of September, guys. Yay! Jumping for joy. Double jumping for joy. Oh, I tell you. So guys, you know when I walk down the beach and I put my hands up in the air? That's my thank you, Lord. Thank you, universe. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Ganesh. Thank you, Shiva. Thank you, Mother Earth. Because I woke up this morning and, you know, that's something to be very grateful for. Honestly, guys, I don't think we actually realise how grateful we are. I made a video over the weekend for a friend that is dying of cancer. I had a phone call with her last night and it broke my heart. Because she's only, actually I don't even know if she's 50 yet. She's 49 this year. She's a 1975 baby like me. We went to high school together. I actually think we went to primary school together actually, yeah. And though I haven't had much to do with her in the last probably, actually I haven't seen her for about 15 years. I ran into her at her work one time. She used to work at the Sheraton Hotel. She worked at the Sheraton Hotel for like 25 years. She's gone into their Hall of Fame. Yeah. It's so sad. She even represented Australia playing netball. She had someone asked me the other day, did she have a great life? I don't know. I wasn't that close to her to know. But she's an acquaintance. Obviously, I'm, Facebook friends. I can see what's going on with her life through Facebook. Her partner, her wife, shares the story. And when she did a call out saying, we'd love some, fun videos for the last days of her life, I thought, you know what? Dora, step it up. Don't make videos for YouTube. Make videos for this friend that really, needs a smile. And then I got my friends together that went to school with her. They played netball with her too, actually, at school. And we made the funnest video. It really is. You guys will probably never see it just because it's got copyright all over it. It's only for private eyes because, yeah. But, I just have to kind of stop and think how blessed I am. I might have a few little hiccups in my body, but nothing that's going to, not make me wake up tomorrow morning. I mean, that I know of, right? I mean, tomorrow's not guaranteed for any of us, right? Yeah, but it's kind of, when you think about it, it's quite emotional, guys. Like, I really just don't think, I'm talking about my own experience here. I really just don't think I get the actual heaviness of the fact that someone my age has gone through a deal of cancer, a lot of cancer, and this is potentially the end. Anyway, I know that this is supposed to be a joyful moment, and it is. It's joyful because I'm actually just putting it into joy. Like, you have to think about your own mortality, right? We're on this earth for who knows how long, and goddamn, I'm going to enjoy that moment until there is no moment, right? And that's how I live my life. I just think, you know what? If someone doesn't like what I do, I don't care. That's on them, right? That's for them. If they're laughing at me jumping on the beach, that's on them. If they're laughing at me dancing on the beach, that's on them. Oh, that is such a beautiful sunrise. So people zoning in, I don't know if there's even, I can't even see who's there, guys, but hello. Thanks for joining. This is the 1st of September, the first day of spring here in Australia, actually. Southeast Queensland, we're based right this minute. We are seeing the sunrise from Redcliffe Peninsula, looking over Moreton Bay, and the sun just rose over Moreton Island. And wow. I'm just going to have a moment to myself, guys. So guys, I sit you down because I have to drink this first of all. I have to put you down on that as my tripod. And I'll go get my little walking bag because we've got some walking to do, guys. This is day 7. Is it day 7 for me? Oh my gosh, I don't even know what day it is. It's Monday, right? Is it day 7? Shit. Day 7 of 75 hard for me. I've read 5 pages, so I've done half my reading intake, and I want to tell you about that when I come back. Because I thought in the middle of it, I looked at the time and went, look, I've got to get to see the sunrise, right? I have to see the first sunrise of the month. I mean, I don't have to, but I wanted to. And it just had better power because it's the first day of spring. So my next thing is I need to do a 45-minute walk or 45 minutes exercise. So we're going to probably walk more than 45 minutes. I've got a late start today. So if you want to hang around and we're going to walk on this beach. This is, Redcliffe Peninsula. If we go that way, we're going into Margate and Clontarf, and we might even see pelicans that way. But if we walk this way, we get a better view of the sunrise. So anyway, I'm going to put you down for a second. I need to drink my drink. Okay, what if I make it bigger for you? There you go. Maybe make it bigger. Whoops. Sorry. Bit of wind here, guys. I don't know if you can see me. Probably too much of me. Okay, guys, I'm back. She's back. She's back. She's back. She's back. Okay. All right, I'm back. So I drank half a litre of water already. Starting my next water. And guys, so weird. You know how I'm walking with a bag right now, okay? I know it's not... I'm walking with a bag because my friend to the chat, you guys' friend, Paul D. Australia, he often says to me, hey Dora, you should probably carry a bag because like you're always running out of battery. Your phone is always disconnecting when you're doing a live. I'm adding lib here right now. He's like, it's very annoying. So I'm like, it's like he's carrying a backpack. I'm like, yeah, I probably should. So, and then you should carry a, you know, a battery charger. I'm like, yeah, I should. So anyway, I have a battery charger, but I bought another battery charger because one of my battery chargers has gone to Europe with Diego, and that's a good one. And the other two are like little ones that don't only do like one charge. So I bought another one so that I just have a backup to my backup, right? Because sometimes I forget to charge them, right? So, and these are first world problems, guys. Like there's people, you know, dying of starvation, right? So this is just a very stupid thing to kind of debate. Not even debate, but what I'm trying to say is I lost it. I couldn't find it. The new one, I even asked Diego, I said, did you take it home? Did you take it with you by accident? And he goes, no. I said, okay, it's okay if you did. And he goes, no, I haven't got the one. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know what I've done with it. Guess I just found it in the back of my car. It was in the doggy bags. So the last time I did a walk with the doggy bags, putting all my keys and stuff in the doggy bag so that they wouldn't get wet in my bucket, that's when I used it last. And I haven't used my bucket because I broke the bucket. I broke my bucket. So I can't pick up rubbish or sea glass, so I can, but yeah. Anyway, so that's why I've got the bag. I just found my battery charger. I just feel, wow, that is like divine sign that life is amazing. So anyway, that is the sunrise, guys. It has risen above the clouds and I'm not unhappy about that. Makes a nice walk. It really does. Oh, I probably could have brought my earphones with me. That's all right. I don't really need the earphones. So who's in the chat, guys? Kathleen, it is a gorgeous sunrise. Such a beautiful sunrise. Embrace all things. Yes, embrace all things. Journey Plaza. It's a problem that your full name... Oh, my full name is... Okay. Jean Ray. Hey, Jean Ray. How you going? Hola. Jean is normally a Hispanic name, yeah, for John. One of my ex-boyfriends that I was with for a couple of years was named Juan. And it's interesting, the name Juan, you know, I know it means John, but it's pronounced in different ways. My friend Kathleen, hello Kathleen. Kathleen is Hispanic. She's Canadian, but she's married to a Mexican gentleman. So she is fully Hispanic. I mean, she's fully fluent in Espanol. That's what I meant. She's fluent Spanish. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. Slow down. Have a moment. Get your thoughts right. Okay, actually, I'm going to just kind of completely go out of topic, right? I'm doing 75 hard. So my friend Kathleen knows about it. I've sent Kathleen a picture of my book I'm reading. So I can't tell you the name of the book. Maybe Kathleen could tell you in the chat because I sent a photo of it. But it's about rewiring your brain. So part of the 75 hard is you have to read 10 pages per day for 75 days of some kind of self-help improvement kind of book, business book or something to improve this, right? So the book I'm reading this morning was telling me basically that your brain needs to slow down sometimes. Like if you're go, 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 how does your brain kind of catch up and like rewire? And I don't know if you guys watch me, and I know Kathleen's she knows a lot about me now. I'm pretty much constant go, 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 go. So it just kind of made me think that if my brain, you know, like I could do better, like if I slow, like that's why meditation's really good, or prayer, or scripture, or reading the Quran, whatever, you know, faith you might be. But that's what that teaches you, is to, you know, be in that moment, slow down. And I guess reading's probably a little bit like that too, but reading, you're kind of concentrating on the words more, affirmations. So, I mean, I have been getting into a lot more meditation in my life. In the last week, I've done one meditation. But it just kind of reminded me that, you know, the brain needs to stop and just rewire, rethink, so that you can actually use this much better. And like, this is important, right? Like for mental health, for decision making. It actually said that, and again, this is some kind of doctor writing this, you know, this is not me, right? It said that basically, if you don't slow down and have those moments, that can cause depression. It can cause sickness in the body, because the body will slow down in some other part of your body instead of your brain, because you're not slowing down. So that was like a light bulb moment for me, going, shit, like, you know, here I am doing all this exercise to, you know, or not exercise, but like, you know, I'm doing all the things, right? I'm having green powder, I take vitamins, I do body tapping, I do all the things, right? I try to do all the things because I want to make sure this vessel, my temple, my body, you know, will get me beyond my 50 years. I don't know how many years. I'm grateful for every year I get. But like, you know, I don't want to be 80 and not being able to move my feet or legs and be bedbound, right? Or the fact that, you know, I want my brain not to have depression or have, you know, a mental illness, or an illness basically, right? So yeah, anyway, so that just was really powerful for me. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. And Kathleen, so Heather's got here, so true. It's important just to enjoy the moment and slow down. Like, you know that saying, smell the roses? It doesn't mean smell the roses, right? It means physically stop. If there's a rose there, smell it, because it's going to sit, all you're going to do is just smell the rose. And I have those moments. And you know, Lavender's Rock that I often talk about, you know, that we're walking towards right now, is that kind of moment for me. It's like I never took the time to look at that rock. I kicked it and walked back the other way, right? It was my moment of like, that's that rock I kick, means I'm at the end of the beach, walk back the other way. Like, go, 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 right? And it took a 15-year-old in the chat to say, hey, Dora, did you see the shape of the rock? I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, it's the shape of a love heart. I'm like, what? Anyway, the next time I walk down, guess what? It's the shape of a love heart. Now that took a 15-year-old to tell me that was the shape of a love heart, and I had never noticed that before. And I'm like, at the time I was 49. So there's something there, Dora, click, click. Yeah, I mean, we're always learning, right? And I think that's the amazing thing that this 75 Hard has given me, is that I don't take the time to read a book. I read books on holidays and I never finish them because I'm too busy on a holiday, right? So, and here I am reading this book that's just telling me that if you don't slow down and smell the roses, it could create some kind of illness in the body, depression, mental health, who knows, right? Again, who knows? But it was just an important thing to read for me, to go, light bulb moment. It might not be your light bulb moment, and I'm just sharing this from my experience. Who am I? Just Dora holding a phone on the beach. This channel is about my experiences, and wow, light bulb moment. True point. Heather's just saying kids are amazing at stopping and enjoying the world around us. Hey Deb, how you going? How's your eye this morning, mate? Deb is our friend from Spring, Texas, and she's just had cataract surgery on one of her eyes. So I don't know if anyone's had that before. I haven't had it, but my mum and dad have had them. And yeah, it's a little painful, like not being able to see out of one eye for a while. Look at this, right? Talking about slowing down. Look at the lines in this, guys. Isn't that beautiful? Just so gorgeous. And look at the reflection of the sky. I love that. This is one of my favourite shots, right? When the sun is like completely, rising, the reflection on the actual sand flats and the water, you can see the reflection. And then I do jumping for joy. Oh, I love those shots. I love reflection shots. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Hey, Susan. Oh my gosh. Susan. I could hold my hands up and pray. Susan, tell us some news. How's Magpie? And I'm not talking about a bird. Slowing down, having a moment. No change. Okay. No change is good change. No, that's okay though. She's not passed away. So Susan, do you want to tell everyone in the chat what happened, or do you want me to tell them? So guys, I was just talking to High Country Homestead, who is Susan. She's my fellow Aussie, oi oi. She's from Victoria. I think you guys all know Susan. But I have to give her a plug anyway, right? And there's a really important thing the reason why I asked her that, you can tell it's easier. Okay. All right, just for a second. Not that this is more, that's more important, right, what I need to tell you, but I just need to stop and show this, because look at the sun kind of in the reflection of the water. How cool is that? And then you've got the sand. Oh, I don't know. I just think that's gorgeous. And if that's one of those moments of slowing down and smelling the roses, I do a few of those. Like, it's not uncommon for me to stop and get sidetracked looking at the sky or the lines in the cloud and in the sand, the reflection in the water. Okay, so guys, we need to put a lot of prayer and positive thinking into an animal called Magpie, who is a cow, who's Susan's cow. So I was just talking about High Country Homestead, Susan. She lives in the Alpine region in Victoria. So we do have some mountains in Australia, and they do snow. It was snowing literally on Friday. I had a conversation with her on Friday on the phone, and I'm like talking about how warm it is, and she's talking about how cold it is. And it was snowing. But that's off topic. I'm just setting the place. She lives on 360 acres. She is a homesteading channel, but Susan herself is a 50-something lady living on the land and working it herself. She does have a daughter that does help, but it's mainly Susan's job, right? Her daughter's doing her schooling and living her life. But it's on Susan to look after the farm. She has chickens. She has alpacas. I think she has sheep too, Susan. But the main what I'm trying to talk about is Magpie, who is one of her cows. And her cow is, I believe it was black. I haven't really completely seen her fully. Oh yeah, she is black, isn't she? Okay, anyway, the cow. It was cold the other night. The snow makes the ground slippery, right, and icy. The cow slipped, fell down a hill backwards. So heads up here, backwards, down the hill, hit the electric fence, bzz, bzz, literally, that's just horrific, right, in itself. Poor cow, right? Hit the electric fence and is stuck in between the electric fence and Susan's property getting like zapped every couple of, I don't know, seconds, minutes or something like that. Now, Susan has got up and like, it's freezing cold, right? On Sunday morning, gone, how many cows have we got? And she's like looking for the cow. And she's like, okay, we're missing a cow. Where's the cow? So she's walking around at, freezing o'clock, looking for a missing cow. She finds it bailed up literally backwards against an electric fence, getting zapped every couple of minutes or something. And it's a big cow, right? And she's only one woman. How do you pick up a cow that's stuck against a fence backwards? I mean, when she told me that, I was just like, that is like, I don't know, what do you do? So she rings all her neighbours, that's what you do. And unfortunately, all her neighbours have gone to Melbourne for the day or the weekend. So she has to ring someone that's further away that has a 4-wheel drive because she has a car. Actually, Susan, you've got the same car as me. Subarus are great cars, but it's actually not a 4-wheel drive that can pull out a heavy cow, right? She'll get bogged. So she calls this friend. The friend comes over like an hour and a bit later. That's when I was talking to Susan. So she's like, oh, please just hurry up and come because, it's getting cold. Who knows if this cow's going to die? And the cow also is like it brings her milk, right? Part of her like barter system, part of her food system. Also gives her babies. So she's had, this is a mother of one of her other cows. So this is the rock I was talking about, guys. I normally would kick the rock and just keep on walking on, right? Carrying on with my life. But Lavender told me, hey, go back to the rock. That is the rock I'm talking about. Slow down, see what's around you. And it's love. It's sending me love every time I look at it. And it's sending you love right now. So, a friend helps, pull Magpie off the zappy machine, right? That's the most important thing. And it's a bit hard to get the cow up because there's just, this guy and Susan. And obviously the cow's probably very weak too, so she won't stand up. But they gave her food. Susan actually got some stuff from the vet in hope that, they could help pump her up a bit. Apparently she ate lots of, like half a bale of food, and she mixed up some special potion that she does. She's all into natural stuff. So she gave it to the cow and the cow took it. And basically last night it was like, you can't move the cow. The cow has to get up herself, right? So she had to leave the cow out. I'm hoping it didn't snow last night. It would have been freezing cold. And yeah, you just have to leave the cow. And she was saying that she had to go down there every couple of hours to check on her. Because, this is an extension of Susan. Like, this might not be her baby, her daughter, but, these are her animals. She's raised these animals. So it's like my chickens. I feel the same about my chickens. If something's wrong with them, you're always checking them, making sure they're okay, right? So, and like these animals are just bigger than life, these cows. So Susan sent me a photo after they kind of got down there and started giving her some food. And it's a picture of 2 other cows around her. And one of them was her daughter, her baby cow. I don't know what you call a daughter. Daughter. The magpie's baby. I don't know what you call that. But anyway, calf. Magpie's calf was standing next to her. And she was a beautiful black and white calf. Yeah, so she survived the night. That's the main thing. Susan said to me this is what Susan said to me yesterday. She's either going to be, in the morning, she's either going to be legs up or she'll be, awake. She'll be alive. And I was just like, oh, but this is living on a farm, right? It's wow. Just wow. I mean, I know, honestly, Susan, when you called me and you told me that, I was just like, no, I wanted to drive down and help pull her out or help move her or something. But yeah, that's an impossible task. That's like 14 hours, probably even more. I should Google how far it is actually. It'd be interesting. Anyway, I'm so glad that she survived the night. Obviously she's still not safe because it's still cold, right? Even though it's daytime, it's still cold. And she's still got to get strong enough to stand up, the poor little thing. Oh, Magpie's the calf. Okay. Sorry, so Magpie's the calf. Maggie? Oh, I've lost the plot. What was the cow's name? What is the cow's name? Magpie is the calf. I'm sure it starts with M. Magpie? Magpie. 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 I checked on her 11, 2:30 a.m, 4:30 a.m, kept on covering her with blankets. The other cows were all stood around up. Now that Magpie hasn't. Okay, so if you read that, Susan was checking on her like every couple of hours, like a good cow mother, making sure she's okay and she's comfortable, checking on, putting blankets around her. And I said to her, like, about getting some more blankets and stuff, and she said, no, you gotta be careful because she slid on ice, right? And that's why she slid down the hill. And obviously, imagine if Susan put a whole lot of blankets on her and covered her up, and then she tried to stand up and she got tripped over or something on the blankets. Because, let's face it, animals aren't wearing blankets, right? They don't normally wear blankets, right? So when she's lying down, you can't exactly cover her legs and stuff. So that's why Susan was checking on her a lot. I'd probably say that Susan was probably nearly sleeping down next to her. Because, this is part of Susan's, I get it. I don't get it because obviously I haven't felt that emotion. But I get the power of loving an animal, that's for sure. And wanting to make sure that, they're okay and they survive. But more than anything, like, this is part of Susan's, her ecosystem, right? That is, she's a mother, the mother of Maggie, and she's probably potentially going to give her more calves in the future. Susan could potentially sell those calves to make money, or those calves actually, grow up and they rear more babies, more milk. Potentially she can sell them to other farmers. This is the circle of life, right, on a farm. But yeah, an animal getting injured is not part of it. So anyway, let's throw some nice power, some prayer, some affirmation, some vibes, some energy to Magpie. But how are you going, Susan? Are you okay? Tired, I know. But are you okay? Hi Wayne, how you going? Another Aussie to the connection this morning. So guys, if you haven't met Wayne is from Sydney. He doesn't live too far away from where my sister lives, actually. He's a courier driver around Sydney, so he knows Sydney streets very well. That is the sunrise, Wayne. It has risen already behind the clouds. It was actually a really, really beautiful sunrise, Wayne. So if you want to go backwards in a live, you'll see the sunrise. Or you don't have to. But happy 1st of September, guys. Well, pinch and a punch, Susan. Can't get me back to the end of the month. And Wayne can't get me back to the end of the month either. Oh, don't thank me, Susan. I'm more worried about you and Magpie. I was thinking about you going down in the middle of the night in your dressing gown, in your, your millions of layers of clothes because it's so cold down there, right? And hoping that you don't slip over and run straight into the cow and into the fence. When I was watching the sunrise, I was kind of saying, about being grateful and stuff. Like my father, who's probably my biggest role model in my life, unfortunately he's passed away, right? But he still comes through me. His memory, what he says to me, even his voice comes through me a lot. And one of the things I distinctly remember growing up, I would always complain about a sore knee, this particular knee, right? And I've since just worked out why, but anyway, that's another story. But he would say to me, Muti. So my name is really Mutiara. You guys know that. Mutiara is my real name. And Dora is my alter ego. It is a nickname. People do call me Dora. I've had that name for 17 years. But my given name is Mutiara. And my dad would call me Muti. And he'd go, and I would go to, I would come down and say to my dad and say, hey, Dad, my knee's sore. It's so sore. I don't want to go to school. Pretty much how it went, guys, okay? And he'd go to me, hey, Muti, I know your knee's sore, but just think about it. There are people dying of horrible, horrible things. You just have a sore knee. I know it's sore, but you're not going to die from it. And that's what he'd say to me. And, he reflected like, it is sore. I get it. It's sore. It's sore. Not taking that away from you. But just make it smaller, right? It's not huge. You haven't just broken your leg. That would be sore. You'd be screaming. You're not screaming. And he'll say, do you think you could go to school? Maybe. And then I'd go away. Over the years, I always lived in this area, Redcliffe Peninsula. I might not have lived with my father. I'd, live with friends and partners, boyfriends and stuff. And, there'd be many a times I'd pick up the phone and say, hey, Dad, this happened or blah, blah, blah. And he'd say the same thing to me. Like, Mutiara, there are people starving in this world. And he would tell me, obviously he's not here now, but he would say to me, do you know there's people in Palestine that has nothing to do with this war and they're getting, they don't even have a house anymore, Mutiara. They don't have anywhere to go poop. They don't have any food. They don't have fresh water. And you're complaining about what? Your car broke down? Okay, your car broke down. I'll help you get it fixed. Let's go. So, when these things happen to me now, when my father's not around, I just go back into that thinking and I go, okay, am I dying? No. Am I still better off than, most of the planet? Because, half the planet, if you look at it, I would say I'm middle age, not middle age. I mean, I have a house to live in, right? I might have a mortgage on it, but a lot of the I don't know half, but half the world is potentially not even living on bare bones, right? Holding on to. The population is huge, guys, and there's a big population in countries that are third world, and they don't have a mortgage. They're lucky to be given a piece of, floor to sleep on. So that's, I always have to go back to that, guys. I always have to remind myself that there are other people worse off than me in that moment. In that moment, I might have blown it up and gone, oh, God damn it, blah, blah, blah. And, I'll swear and carry on like a pork chop, right? But then if I just stop for a second and go back to that thought that, It's not such a big deal. Just slow it down. Make it a little deal, right? Make it a little deal. Put it in this box and compare it against other things. Then you're going, okay, maybe I can fix that, right? It's not such a big deal. I just need to do X, Y, Z, and maybe that will get better. Anyway, that's my rant for today, guys. Oh, so you're Sydney, you're overcast too. And look at this, we're overcast. I reckon though the clouds will go away here today, and it'll definitely be a beautiful day here in southeast Queensland. Or that could just be my mind going, please bring sun, please bring sun. I absolutely adore spring. Spring bring flowers. So you guys know that I've been planting my planter boxes, with my little mixed lettuces. And in there I have planted edible flowers. So they will start flowering up soon. And I'll have these beautiful colours coming through my planter boxes. And they just bring me joy. Again, it's one of those moments that I just stand there and go, oh, okay, well, we stand here. I'm going to have some water. So we have done half a litre already. This is another half litre that we are going to drink. Not all of it, but we're going to start drinking it. So I've been too busy chatting. Yeah, Susan, I mean, I don't even know half the story about this year for you. But, the stories I know so far, it has been a very hard year for you, mate. And that's a great learning that you do, a teaching to yourself, is to write down. It's like a brain dump, right? Dump down what happened today and then sandwich it with a positive about what went well today or what you're grateful for. That's a really good thing to do, Susan. Good on you. And she's saying it helps put things in perspective. Yeah, exactly. If anyone wants to try that, you should try it. If you're doing that, do it. I used to keep a book next to me, and I used to do a brain dump before I went to bed and dump all the things that, I just were on my brain. It might be in a negative, but oh, tomorrow I need to do this. Oh, tomorrow I need to do that. I'll just dump it down. Just get it off my brain so that my brain wasn't thinking about it at night time. And a really cool thing that I've implemented in my life for about a year now, because Diego and I went down to Sydney for his birthday last September. And we stayed with my sister in Sydney, and Diego's actually was born in Sydney. Actually, he's actually a New Zealander. He's a New South Waleser, and there's a big rivalry between Queensland and New Zealand. Oh my God, Queensland and New South Wales. We are separated by fake land, land. Well, no, we're not separated by land. We're separated by a line on a map, right? But we're football rivals. There's a code called rugby league here, and we call it the state of origin. And basically it's just two states. I mean, I know Australia's many more than two states, but it's pretty much just two states involved, Queensland and New South Wales. And I tell you, there's a rivalry. There's 3 football games, and obviously whoever wins the 2 is the winner. And I believe Queensland won this year. I can't remember. I don't know. I don't watch it anymore, guys. But anyway, I'm just trying to tell you, there's rivalry. Anyway, so he was born in New South Wales because his dad was a professional footballer, but they're actually from the country originally. So they were down there for maybe 2 or 3 years, then he was born there. So technically he is a cockroach. We call him a cockroach because he's from New Zealand. He's from New South Wales. Oh my God. And we're the cane toads up here because cane toads are everywhere up here. So yeah, the clash between the cockroaches and the cane toads. But anyway, so Diego does identify with being from Queensland, but he was born technically in New South Wales. So if you're a Queenslander or a New Zealand, oh my gosh, it's like, honestly, when we think about New South Wales in the football sense, we think of them a completely different nation. That's why I keep on saying New Zealand. New Zealand is over there, like way over there. But when we were in New South Wales, Diego had a day to himself. Well, my sister and I talk a little bit briefly about my dad's book that we were doing a kind of a book, not a launch, but just a book thing. It's about my dad's book. Anyway, I won't get into that. But anyway, so Diego had a day to himself. He went to a market and bought, have you ever heard of the singing bowls? They're like, I think they came from Tibet originally. They're these beautiful bowls. They're steel. And you get the donga and you run them around the side. And they list. I'm blowing into this, right, guys? Okay, it doesn't really sound like that, but it's very calming. And then when you hit the bowl, it makes a really nice ding, like a gong. So I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but singing bowls are amazing. So in a lot of Buddhist practices, they use singing bowls. And I love the Buddhist faith. I think it's a very, very beautiful faith. I'd like to learn more about it actually. But part of their practices in Tibet, Nepal, I think even in India they use singing bowls. But you know, you don't have to be from those countries, right? And you don't have to be Buddhist to have these bowls. They're just beautiful bowls. That you can get them in crystal, but you can get them in steel, kind of. But anyway, ours is steel, and it makes this amazing gong noise. So this is the practice I do instead of now as a gratitude. We dong it, and it makes this amazing noise. And while we're donging it, I say, what are the 3 things I'm grateful for today? And then I do this at night time, and then I'll go to bed. And then in the morning, I hit another gong, and that just symbolises I just love the sound of the gong. It vibrates through your body. It's amazing. It's actually, they do say that singing bowls can actually heal your body. Don't ask me how, but I believe it probably does work. It could work. And there's been studies that it has worked. Again, do your research. Don't listen to me. I think there's more alternatives than just medicine itself. And medicine itself is pharmaceutical driven. And that could go on to a completely different rant, but I won't. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that's what I do. That's my kind of gratitude. And yeah, that's how I do mine. Susan. Susan, I'm not very good at it either. Diego is really good at it. Really good at it. So like some nights I'll go, can you do the gong? And he'll do the whole circle thing. And it sounds so powerful. Like I'm lying there and my body is just pulsating. It's so amazing. It's a feeling that I just can't even, yeah. And like you can Google it too. I've had exactly the same feeling by like getting it on YouTube. So you can actually get YouTube lists or videos with just complete singing bowl music. And it's something like I can actually, it vibrates. It honestly is just I can't even go there. It's such an amazing feeling that I just think if more people could find it, they would completely change their life. Hey, Jonathan, how you going, mate? Jonathan, we missed the sun. Well, you missed the sunrise. Sunrise was absolutely spectacular, Jonathan. So Jonathan, guys, is my friend. He's actually Irish. He's been living in Perth, so he's kind of like an Australianer. He's like an Australianer, Aussie. But he's over in Gran Canaria at the moment. Tell us something fun that you've done today, Jonathan. So Jonathan is a content creator. You go check him out. He's got a very cool channel. he has travelled to many, many countries. How many countries have you travelled to, Jonathan? But that's not the point. He's gone to a lot of places twice, 3 times, 4 times. He does have a base in Perth, but at the moment he is basing himself in Gran Canaria and doing lots of travel around Gran Canaria. So Gran Canaria is one of the Canary Islands off Africa, though it is a Spanish island. It's so weird, right? That is off Africa, like off the tip of kind of Morocco, kind of like the bottom of Portugal, near Spain. Go figure, it's a Spanish island. You tried to have a Venus? You mean a Venus flytrap, Deb? So let's just put it out there today, guys, because most of you are in the Northern Hemisphere, right? So tomorrow is going to be the first day of autumn for you guys, technically, right? The end of summer. Can I just ask you to put in the comments what you're grateful for today, or for the end of summer, sorry. What are you grateful for? Because that's a big shift in seasons, right? That's a big time to be thankful for, right? So, Deb, yeah, I'm completely a promoter, mate. I am. You could see me in front of the all timeshare resorts, Jonathan, at Tenerife and Gran Canaria, saying, "Hey, how you going? Would you like to do a presentation? You'll get a free trip to the volcano." Yeah, I missed that thing in my life. I should have been a promoter. So Jonathan just went to the beach, going to bed now. Just wanted to say hello. Hola mi amigo. Buenas noches. Are you actually fluent in, can you speak Espanol? Ask a lot of questions, just answer what you want, just go to bed. I could talk all day to you, Jonathan, about every topic travel related and everything in between probably. So yeah, just ignore me, go to bed. Thanks for jumping on. Okay, so you can speak a bit of Espanol. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for jumping in. Go to bed. You know that I'm always in the future. Future's bright. Right now you might not need shades. You might need a hat. Though, even though it's overcast, the sun still will come through. Still can get sunburnt, right? Oh, this is interesting. Someone has built like a sandcastle fort out of driftwood, stones. How beautiful is this, right, guys? It's got a moat around, I'd say, the castle, right? It's a castle. I'm the king of the castle and you're dirty rascal. Isn't that beautiful? Look, there's a moat around it. Then there's another castle. How gorgeous. It's so great how they put the shells on top. You don't often see sand castles like that. Yeah, very cool. So guys, we are walking at least 45 minutes today. I think we've probably been walking for about half an hour. I don't know. I can't really see the clock. I do have my charger with me just in case I run out of battery. because that happens a lot. So I have a late start today, guys. So I do want to do a bit more walking than I normally do in the morning. So with 75 hard, you need to do 2 45-minute sessions. And even if I walk for longer than 45 minutes right now, it's not going to class as a second session. Has to have 3-hour break in between the 2 sessions to be accounted. So yeah, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? So I have not a really big day today. I am working, but I've got a late start, which means I have a late finish. But then I have to come home, do my 45-minute session of exercise, probably going to do the rebounder. Then I have to get ready and make myself look pretty because I'm going to meet Heather. Heather's backyard was in the chat before. She's probably gone on her way. She's probably gone to bed now too. She's in Ireland. Oh yeah, and Jonathan's, he's Irish. But yes, Heather is from Canada, but she has been in a relationship with an Irish guy for a while, and she decided to do the move with her family, her kids, to Ireland for a better life. So Heather's backyard, it talks about her backyard. She shows us what she's growing in her greenhouse. She does a lot of shorts, and her shorts are cool, as in, like, I'm not saying that no one else's shorts are cool, but it's really cool to be able to see her literally picking like a big zucchini or picking fresh beans and peas off, like, you know, a plant. So cool. I love that. I mean, that excites me. But then, you know, a lot of things excite me. But yes, picking fresh vegetables that you grew yourself, and you know exactly what you put on them, you know what, yeah, you know, they're not, I don't know if Heather uses chemicals and stuff like that, but my ethos with my growing at home is I don't use any chemicals. I use natural remedies to get rid of, you know, animals like bugs and stuff off my plants. So that way I know that when I'm eating my plants, my vegetables, they are full of goodness. Though in saying that, it's also about the soil that you're using, right? Because my soil is stuck in pots. So every 2 weeks I actually have to put nutrients back into the soil. And actually, shivers. Was it yesterday? Gosh, the weeks go so fast, don't they? That's why I have to do these lives, right? So it gives a diary of when I actually did it last. I did do a live, I'm sure it was on a Tuesday. So maybe my 2 weeks is actually on Tuesday. Yeah, it probably is actually, guys. Shit. Okay, so I need to be a good plant mother. On Tuesday, I actually need to put some manure in them. I've been trying to make some manure at home myself. I've been picking up chicken poop. This must be such an interesting chat, right, guys? I know, talking about me and my chicken poop. I've been literally picking up chicken poop with my scooper, and you've seen the size of my chickens. They're huge. They do poops like this size. They're massive. I don't even know how they comes out of them. I honestly sit there and go, what the hell? And then especially when I stand on it, it's even worse. But yeah, I'm trying to make chicken manure myself. But you got to be careful. You can't put chicken poop straight into your plants. It's like hot. It's too hot. It'll kill your seedlings. And I've done that before. So a lot of my growing is trial and error. I experiment. So I'm experimenting making manure. But I probably won't be able to use that manure. It takes a little while to break down. You've got to put sand and soils and stuff with it. I haven't actually done that process yet. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got more fish seed pellets that I've got from a natural, where I get the seedlings from, which they don't use any chemicals. So I'll just use that again. Not ideal. Or I could probably go get some manure. Yeah, I could do that too. Anyway, that's another story. Okay, so Susan's got, I'm grateful for my children, our health, a roof over our head, and firewood. Oh my gosh, firewood. I can imagine how much firewood you go through, Susan, being so cold down in Victoria, in the Alpine region. Are they biting this morning, guys?
We've got to feed.
You got to feed? What kind of fish have you got?
Whiting.
Oh, nice. Good luck. So Deb's saying, how long has it been since you made a sandcastle? True story. Yeah, good questions, Deb. Does anyone else want to answer that question too? To be honest, I don't know. That's a really good question. Maybe one day we have to do a sandcastle together. Or maybe I have to do a live where I build a sandcastle. I could do that. I'd probably really enjoy that, actually. Ask me one day, Deb, and I'll do that. I think she means sandcastle, Susan, but I think you get that now. Okay. So Jonathan again is Irish, right? And when I think of Irish, they love a good beer. So he said he's had way too many beers tonight. Okay, you go to bed. Oh, that's funny. Guys, I did talk about one day a travel story about when I met an Irish guy when I was visiting Mexico. Oh my God. And I lived in Ireland for a while too, guys. And I tell you, Irish people are so funny. So funny. And yes, I did have an Irish boyfriend too. Hey, I'm a real traveller, guys. I've got to get into the country, right? Unfortunately, that guy is a raging alcoholic still. Really sad. And I was there when I was 25 years old. I lived in Ireland for about 3 crazy months over winter. And I tell you, that's probably why I will never live in a cold part of the world ever. Not even for love. Not even for love would I move to a cold country, because I just know that my body, this vessel here, it is sun pull. It pulls the sun. That's what my body, it pulls the sun. And I probably shouldn't say it like that, because who's to say, like, you know, the earth could just go, you are living in the cold ages. And we could be just all cold, right? And then what would I do? Complain about the cold. And have to figure out ways to not complain about the cold. But yes, when I was living in Ireland, actually, I'll hold that story. Remind me to tell you that story later. Let's go back to what we're grateful for. If you can manage an egg, you can manage to pass a poo. Ah, Susan, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, true. And the poos are the size of an egg. That makes sense, doesn't it? That's funny. You are tired, Susan. You should probably go for a little nana nap, mate. Honestly. Don't have a coffee. You need to go to sleep. Just a little rest. Otherwise, you'll get sick, mate. Because I have a feeling that you're going to be up for the next couple of nights, making sure that Magpie is okay. And if there's any people new into the chat, we're talking about a cow. Magpie is a cow. And maybe Susan would like to tell us why she called Magpie Magpie. So, my stories seem to go into every story, every angle, don't they? I was talking about my live tonight, which is tomorrow morning for you guys. So, some of you guys, I don't know, Deb, it'll be, if you go to my live list, Deb, you'll see a scheduled live, and it says, if you click on it, it'll notify you, but it actually tells you the time of the live. for you in your area. So I would say it's going to be for you very late. You won't be awake, Sue. Deb, it'll probably be past midnight, because 7 p.m. for me is 10 a.m. in Europe, where Heather is in Ireland, and then I would say in America it'll be past midnight, so there won't be any Americans listening. But you can catch it on the replay. It's only going to go for an hour because Heather is a busy lady. She's got things to do, and she's giving me an hour. She's going to show me how to wire wrap, like jewelry wise, wire wrap some sea glass, literally some sea glass that I found a beautiful bit the other day. And plus I've got a few bits that I really liked, like the blue bit. I don't know if you guys remember the blue bit of sea glass that I was completely obsessed about. And then I met a guy, literally when I was walking up here, met a guy walking a dog, and he asked me what I was collecting in my bucket. And I told him that I was collecting sea glass. And he showed me how he made a beautiful necklace and earring set out of blue sea glass that he found snorkeling in here. And he wrapped it, and he told me, I was like, oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. And he said, yeah, you could get some YouTube videos to learn how to do it and practice and practice and practice. So, and then I was telling you guys about it, and Heather goes, I know how to do that. And I said, okay, can we do it live? Because I'd like to meet you. And she's like, yep, let's do it. So anyway, that is tonight, my time. And I'm excited. And plus, Heather, I mean, I've really got to calm the farm because like there's many topics I want to touch on with Heather. The most important one is obviously wrapping, right? But obviously just as important, I want to know about her scuba diving in Ireland, because I guess there's water around, right? We know that. But I just never associate scuba diving with Ireland. And she just happened to mention one day on the chat, oh, I'm just back from scuba diving. I'm like, what? Anyway, she's always, she's kind of in and out of the chat a bit. So she might have said, I asked, what was that all about? Blah, blah, blah. I might have missed what she said. So anyway, I've got her undivided attention for an hour, and she's probably scared now. She's listening in the background going, oh shit, Dora's going to talk my mouth off or ear off. So guys, this is the beautiful part that we never got to go to because a lot of the time this is high tide here, so you can't walk up here. But it's absolutely gorgeous. This is called Scott's Point. Good morning. How you going? Good. And you've got these beautiful little beach huts, boat houses. Like, the boat houses that you see on the beach in Brighton Beach, down in Melbourne, Victoria. Kind of the same kind of concept, but same, different. You've got some really big houses here too. These ones particularly just here are quite a big ones that have been built. These guys even brought in palm trees, ready growing. They've got a bit of cash, just saying. Anyway. And that must be a bit from a boat. That looks like it's really heavy. It's obviously been here a long time. It's stuck there because it's so heavy. Now, guys, there is a good chance that the connection will drop out here. Just saying. So these are stairs, and then I can keep on walking down to the other shipwreck. Remember that shipwreck that I showed you, the Gander, the old gun ship? I haven't walked down there for a while, because every time I walk down there, the phone cuts off, and then, and I am, mindful that it does piss people off when my phone cuts off. All right. Okay. There we go. We can get our little feet wet. Hello. Imagine living here. I would love to live here. This is a beautiful place to swim too. There's a bit of seagrass in it at the moment. Obviously, it's very tidal, so most of the year it's actually really beautiful and clear. But if people say, where are you going to swim? This is where I swim. I love this little area here. Look at the reflection. That's so beautiful. It would be beautiful to live here. You can kind of think, Susan, like, and Deb, that this year is like your own private little section. Like, this is all your private beach, so to speak. Because, you know, it's getting cut off right now. Like, if I don't move, I'll have to climb on the rocks and go through. So technically, I'm nearly getting cut off, which is very dramatic of me. So these guys are wealthy. Look, they've even got a spa on the top shelf. They've got 3 levels. There's a spa up there, guys. I don't know if you can see that. Peekaboo, there's a spa. They've got 3 levels. I think there's 4 levels. There's underneath too. I think, yeah, they've got a pool up there too on the 2nd level. See the pool up there? And when they built this house, they brought in those trees, those big palm trees. Probably regretting that now because the palms are probably dropping on. Oh, actually, they wouldn't drop. They drop down here. Actually, that's all the palms here. I hate palm trees. They might look cool, but they drop shit everywhere. We've got a palm on the other side of our property, and it drops bloody heavy palm fronds onto my veggie patch, and it does my head in because it kills my veggies. These guys have just recently done their backyard up, and this apparently is, they couldn't get rid of this boathouse. They wanted to move it. I think they wanted to put a pool down here, but because it's historical, it's been here for a long time, and like Australia's not old, right? Susan knows that. But Deb, you know, we're like America. We're new countries, right? We're not like Europe. But yeah, that is some kind of historical. They couldn't actually change it. They had to do it up basically, or let it fall down. But they couldn't actually change it architecturally wise. So that's really pretty. So the seagrass. So yeah, I love coming down here because I actually don't get to come here very often. Now, guys, you know how I always kick a rock? This is the rock I kick. I kick the rock, and then I walk back going that way. But let's just have a little look about this. This looks absolutely gorgeous. 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 No, it's not private, Deb. It's not a private beach. No one has private beaches here. The beaches are all publicly owned. If you can get there on low tide, it's open slather. And I've got to be careful here because you can see these trees are literally just holding on by their roots. So this property above here is losing land by a centimetre or who knows how much every day, every bloody year. So all these rocks have officially come down from here. So I really should not be too close. But we live life dangerously. Okay, I've got to be careful. It's a bit slippery with all the seagrass. Normally doesn't have this seagrass down here, guys. Okay. There used to be sea caves in here. That there used to be a cave. But, yeah. So back in the day, when we were younger, kids used to come down here and drink and have little fires and smoke a bit of pot. So you can see up there, there's some kind of platform they've cemented in there, just a, I don't know what, but yeah. Oh, I don't know what that sign is there. See, there's a sign up there. What the hell's that sign? Okay. You're probably saying, hey, Dora, remember, you've got to think about the tide. Yes, and I have to think about the ground. It's a bit slippery, so I've got to be careful. And my phone will probably cut out. But I want to know what that sign is. Okay, hold on. Okay. So guys, I'm probably going to cut out in a second And I probably can't. Okay, I'll just go for one little bit section more. Just one little section more. Okay, no, I can see what it is now. Look. Okay, so all this stuff is fallen down from here, right, guys? You can see it's literally fallen away. But what I'm looking at is just here. What is that? And I can see a fence behind it. So obviously someone's put a petition up so they can't see their yard. Yeah, the people behind it, see that there? That's all new. And they've actually built a deck all the way out. Wowzers. Okay, let's see if I can get onto here without falling off. Okay. Yeah, wow. That's all new. Obviously, you can't see that because, you know, you never can't see it. So, guys, you can fish here. So, normally you see guys fishing, but I don't know if you can see, it's very slippery looking because all the seagrass has been coming in. So, yeah, I wouldn't be going out there. And I've got to be careful. These shoes are actually not very good. They're quite flat. They haven't got the grooves to hold onto rocks. So, like, yeah. And then you've got some cactuses growing there. That's pretty cool. Look at that. Do you know that you can eat cactuses? In Mexico, you take off. I've done it here in Australia either too. You take off the spines, the spines and all the prickles, and then you cut them up and you can stir fry them, and they're really tasty. And they also have a beautiful flower that gives a fruit. It's called atuna, and I think that might be the Spanish name for it, atuna. But it's really tasty, really tasty. Okay, let's concentrate. Let's not fall. Okay. I'm wishing all the positive energy to my little pal Magpie, and to you, Susan, because yeah, you need to look after yourself. Okay. Yeah, this is completely different kind of like. Yeah, this kind of looks, I don't know, it's very different. I love the rocks here. The formation is just beautiful. I mean, this is all, I think it's not limestone, it's sandstone, I think. But that's very soft. But this stuff, I don't know if just over the years of being in this, like, sea, just been hitting it all the time, that it's got hard. Don't know. I'm not a geologist, but that would be actually, that's, oh, wow, look at that. We can do painting. So Heather is actually a geologist. So I was talking one day about rocks and stuff, and she's like, oh, I'm a geologist actually by trade. I'm like, wow, that's cool. So geology is like knowing rocks and soils and about the ground and what comes out of the ground. I just think it'd be a fascinating thing to know about. But yeah, look at that. So you know how I was talking about doing a live one day from the cliffs of Redcliffe, which is down that way, past that big building down there, if you can zoom in, and doing some like natural painting. You can't paint with this stuff, it's not really falling apart. It's not like the Red Cliffs. But you can see a bit of red in there, but it's not like the Red Cliffs. Yeah, how beautiful is that? You could have like a little private little picnic in there, and no one would know when you're there. Very cool. But anyway, we haven't got the right shoes on to go climbing in through here. Plus, we're holding onto a phone. And, you know, when you're climbing and like this, you should always have 3 points of connection. So 2 on your feet and 2 on your hands, if that makes any sense. Like 2 feet, 1 hand, one foot, 2 hands. Meaning that's your climbing way. And because I'm holding onto a phone, that's kind of losing my connection there. So I have to be careful. Okay, that's it. And it does smell very fishy down here too because of the seaweed and seagrass. Just love the formation. It's just so cool. You know what? There's hardly anyone watching. I don't know. Debbie, you still there? But I'm going to do... trying to set my little tripod up. Let's do something. Let's do a private Dancing with Dora in the rocks. Whoops, I need a flat. There we go. Stay there. Dancing, dancing in the rocks. Dancing, dancing in the rocks. We are rock climbing. Rock climbing. We won't do that. We won't do that. Shoes not good. We are rock climbing. From the land down under. 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 We are in the land under. I am literally dancing on a rock. Rock dancing. Rock dancing. Rock dancing. Rock dancing. Rock dancing. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I can't twerk. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Boogie down. Yeah, it's just me and you, Deb. Let's boogie. And some other random in the background. Sorry, not sorry. How beautiful is this here? Like, how cool is like the rocks? Like, look at this. Peekaboo. Now, if I put the phone down here, it will probably cut out because this building here is technically, it says I've got 5G, which is interesting. Like I said, I sometimes think we're going to cut out down here. Okay, maybe we can go this way. Okay. So welcome to a Dancing with Dora live. And then I download this video and I make it into a Dancing with Dora Wednesday dance. Though I have plenty of dances, right? I need a song. What song? I need a song in my head. Okay, YMCA. YMCA. Y. What? YMC. My gosh. Okay, I need another song. Okay, got it. Okay, think of doot, 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 Eye of the Tiger. Okay, you know the song I'm talking about? Eye of the Tiger from Sylvester Stallone's movie Rocky. He's like running up the stairs and he's skipping. Your dad was a geologist. That got my heart rate up. That was good. Amazing, hey? Just even doing this, right, Deb? Is rebounding, right? My heart rate's going up. Okay. I'm trying to do a jumping for joy, but I need a flat surface because when you land, you want to make sure you don't hurt yourself, right? Okay. My heart rate's up for that. That was good. Okay, I'm going to lean you up in here. I have a natural... I'm trying to put you up here so I don't have to hold the phone. Because I want to have a drink. Okay. Okay, Mother Earth, play with me. I'm trying to find a flat... something to hold this up properly. Okay, Mother Earth, what is going on? Okay, new plan. Use backpack. There we go. That's it. Perfect. Right, that's better. Stop. Smell the roses moment. So that was a nice moment. Where is Paul when we need him, or Lavender? Oh, we don't need them. They'll be here when they are here. So Lavender will be homeschooling. She'll be getting into doing her homeschooling. Paul will be probably having breakfast right this minute. He'll be having his Vegemite on toast. Having a cup of coffee. And yeah, getting him ready for his day. I don't generally see Paul till about after 8 o'clock. He's sometimes listening in the background. So again, if you say hello, Paul, he will probably say later on, oh, hey, Deb, I heard you say hello, Paul. I was just playing with this. So I don't know. These kind of little things, people say that you shouldn't do them. Someone was doing this when I just put these two on top. They say that you shouldn't do them because they're actually like playing with the landscape of the, you know, you're picking up rocks and you're moving what Mother Nature left on the ground. They say that you should just leave it because people do tend to pick a lot of them up off the ground, and that can change. It's good for the ground, right? These stones will break up. I mean, I know they're going to break up anyway, but they're going to move. Like, leave things where they are. You know, they say leave no trace. When you're in nature, leave no trace. Like no pooping in the woods. If you have to poop, you have to dig a big hole. And they do say that you shouldn't pee near a waterway. Though, in saying this will be fine because this is the ocean, right? You can pee in the ocean. I know people don't say, like, they don't to admit that, but I've peed in the ocean. Come on, let's admit it. We've all peed in the ocean, right? I've peed in the ocean, that's for sure. I bet you've peed in the ocean too, Deb. And I don't have to out you, it's all good. I'm just going to say that I've peed in the ocean. I haven't pooped in the ocean though. That sounds gross. But apparently that's a thing too. The topics I talk about. Okay. All right. So let's walk back that way. Just have one more little look. Just beautiful. If the skies were blue right now, this would be absolutely stunning. Though I still think this is absolutely stunning. Shouldn't be trying to write your names in these things either. Like Jack. No. And I don't know what it is. Martian. A smiley face. You should never write on earth like this, like, you know, on rocks or trees. That's one of my pet hates, is when I see trees and they've been engraved when you're hiking. So bad. It's like, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, so leave no trace is like when you go to nature, walk out of it, don't take anything with you. We didn't take any rocks. We didn't ruin anything. Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. So Deb, the reason why my chat is quite low today is because it is Labor Day in the States, obviously. So everyone's away for the long weekend. So this is Sunday night, which is another Saturday night. And generally, I don't do lives normally on the weekends in the mornings anyway, normally. But I'm doing them because I'm documenting my walks, like my exercises and how 75 hard's going. But ordinarily, to be honest, I probably would you know what, I'm probably not going to get many people on the live today because, you know, mostly a lot of people in my chat are from the States and they have a public holiday on Monday. So technically, like Mike, he's away. He's camping for the long weekend. He didn't actually say where he was going, but he's going camping. He'll be coming back with a lot of new content for us to see. So I can't wait for that. Miss Paula, I know she's sometimes on the chat later on through the morning. She normally comes on, but I believe she's having a big party, I think, on Sunday. So she's probably partying right now. So yeah, a lot of my American friends are engaged in Saturday night parties for Labor Day. No, Sunday night parties for Labor Day. I don't know what day it is over there. Sunday night. Sunday afternoon. So it's like Saturday afternoon because it's a public holiday on Monday. So, yeah. But that's all right. Like I said, I would be doing this walk regardless of being on this live. And, you know, I don't do these lives to go, oh my God, I had 10 people on my lives. No, not at all. Honestly, Deb, I actually prefer it when there's not that many people on the lives because I can actually see the chat. Sometimes, I don't know if you've been to a live, like I sometimes go to this guy's chat. His name's Kevin from America. Was he from Canada? He's from Canada, sorry. Kevin from Canada. He's got a channel called Tuber Chat. Tuber Chat. Tuber Chat, C-H-A-T. Tuber Chat. And oh my God, there was 35 people on the live at one stage. And you should have seen the chat was going boom, 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 boom. Like someone would say, hey, Dora. And before I could even say hey back and see what their name was, the chat was going so fast. I couldn't even see what was going on. So, I mean, they're good problems to have, yes. But even as a participant, being in the chat, you really couldn't actually, you know, like I'd ask questions and it gets lost in the mix, right? So I notice sometimes when you jump into my chat and there's quite a few people in the chat that, you know, your conversation gets lost too. And I can't, you know, talk to people specifically. So yeah, look, I love both, right? It's nice to have lots of people on the chat because it's, you know, I guess it's like a thing for the ego, right? Oh my God, I've got, you know, 10 people on the chat. Oh my God, I've got 30 people on the chat. I'm so, you know, this and that. But it doesn't mean anything. Sometimes people are just, you know, on the chat, listening in the background while they're actually watching something else in the background. So they're actually not watching you. So, you know, it doesn't really specifically mean too much to me, personally. It does hit my ego every now and then, but then I have to check my ego and go, ego back in check, Dora. Mike, were your ears birding just then? We were just talking about you. Thoro, buddy. You just missed. I did a rock climbing over there. It was so much fun. This is a really nice little bit. Those guys, Thoro's, let me have a little conversation with my mate Thoro. Thoro's from Arizona and he's a keen hiker. He's my hiking buddy. He showed me that many hikes. This is my local beach, Thoro. So this is a bay. It's called Moreton Bay. That's why there's no waves, like big waves. There's a big island there called Moreton Island. It's the second biggest island in the world. K'gari Island, which is up that way. K'gari, formerly known as Fraser Island. I think I talked about this to you actually one day on one of your lives on Instagram. So K'gari, formerly known as Fraser Island, is the biggest sand island in the world. That's the next second biggest sand island in the world. It's a bit dark over there at the moment because there's no sun on it, but you can probably make it. I can't make it out. You can see the white splatches, which is all the sand. There's a temple. Sorry, there's a temple. There's a mountain I want to hike over there to Thoreau called Mount Tempest. It's a sand island. It's not overly high, but I haven't done that hike. So it's August. No, it's September, guys. It's September. So if I don't do it this month, which, you know what? I have a girlfriend coming over. I think we're just making up an adventure in like right now, live. I have a friend coming over. She's living in Calgary, which is in Western Australia. She, so anyway, she's been living there. I haven't seen her for a good couple of years. She's coming to stay for a week. And I'm going to have a Friday off and have a long weekend with her. We could go over to that island. We won't be doing live because there's no reception. But we could go to that island and we could go climb Mount Tempest. Oh my God. Yes, we could do that. Yeah. One day an adventure being edited for YouTube. Like all the other adventures that I haven't edited for YouTube. But that's okay. That's why I'm here. On the beach. Walking here. Giving you some content. Having a chat. I'm multitasking while I walk because I'm going to be walking anyway. So Thoreau buddy, are you doing any hiking on this long weekend? Hey Thoreau, I did ask last time you were on the live. I think you might have switched off or you might not have answered me because for a reason. I know you did lots of lives when you were on Instagram. Are you interested in doing a live with me on YouTube? Because I'd love to talk to you again and just have a chat about hiking. Because I've done lots of hikes since we last talked, buddy. So Thoreau used to have an Instagram page. That's where I met Thoreau. And he used to do a podcast / YouTube / Instagram about hiking life. And he had some merchandise, he had sponsors. I was invited onto his live and I got sent some amazing treats from a New Zealand company. I got a straw that I can put into dirty water and drink the water. I've not tested it because I'm scared, but I should test it out one day and see what happens. It gave me a little compass. I got some chickpea funnels. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but that's when girls don't want to squat in the wild. You can stand up and pee. And I love them. Love them. It's really unfortunate because I tried to reach out to the company because I really wanted to work with them and actually try to promote their company over here in Australia, because I think in Australia, we'd love that kind of product. But she's a mother with 2 young children, so she's not really that interested in it. But anyway, that's all right. But yeah, I got that from being on Thoreau's live. You don't know hiking? Okay. You got some plans for hiking though soon. Excellent. Hey, Kahi. Okay, Thoreau. I've actually gone looking for your email address in your bio, but it's not there anymore, mate. So could you send me an email? Because my email's in my bio. If you send me an email, then we're connected. So yeah, otherwise I can't connect with you. So send me an email because I love to talk hiking with you. Love that we get to connect over hiking. And you live in such a cool place in the world, and you have some amazing hikes. Where I live in the other side of the world, and we have some cool hikes too. So yeah, Cool. If you can email me, link in bio. Thanks, Thoro. Hi, Kahi. How you going? Welcome to Moreton Bay. This is the first day of spring here in Australia. This is now 7:52 a.m. on Monday morning in Australia. So, g'day. And hey, Mike, you're going to reboot your Instagram. Well, Thoro, I'm excited. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, remember, Thoro, all the guys that used to hang out with me on Instagram, like Todd, they're all around still. They're still around. I'm not that active on Instagram anymore, but I'm still around. I still do my mandatory dancing with Dora on a Wednesday night. So, yeah, excellent. I can't wait. But obviously, all in time. But yeah, if you send me an email, Thoro, I'd love to, just think about a time that we can, get together and do a live. And I know, because your lives were amazing. Guys, I can't even tell you. His lives, Thoro, that I'm talking about, from Arizona, he had like, I can't remember her name, Michelle? And then there was another guy. He had like a team. So like you'd be invited onto his live, and then there'd be a team of like a lady, representing, I guess, the female hikers. And then there was a guy and his son. They did a lot of hiking. They still do a lot of hiking. I see them on Instagram a lot. And then there was Thoro, so there was a team, and there was a set process. So basically there was questions to be asked. And then I could ring a friend. I could ask a friend for help with the question. Like, it was very fun, very, very fun. And honestly, no one else has been able to replicate that. So it's yours if you want it still. And I want to be on that interview again. That was so much fun. Yeah. But look, Thoro has been a bit dormant. He's let his Instagram go dormant for a while for his own reasons. And yeah, he's obviously doing better, and he's ready to reboot. So wow, Thoro rebooted. Wow, hiking life rebooted. I'm excited. So Kahi, where are you from? That sounds like a very Polynesian name. Are you from the South Pacific or from Hawaii? I just recently went on a holiday to Samoa, and I tell you, Samoa is amazing. I went on some cool hiking in Samoa, Thoro. I don't know if not too many people know where Samoa is. Samoa is the first country in the world to see the sunrise, or to see the first sunlight. So way over that way. It's 4 hours flight from Brisbane. And I tell you, we had 2 weeks on the island of Samoa. There's 2 main islands. And oh my gosh, it was magical. I went on some really cool hikes. Nothing really hardcore, unfortunately. There was a hike I really wanted to do up the big mountain, but it was just the timing of it, and you needed a guide, and the time we had to do it was the Sunday. Samoa is a very religious country, so some Sundays are the day of rest. Everyone's at church and having, Sunday lunch. And then Saturdays are also a day of rest, because a lot of Samoans are Mormons, so that's their day of rest. So traditionally the weekend is where, you want to go hiking. So you need to guide some of these places because they're quite remote. And obviously, I don't know, I don't know Samoa. I'm not just going to go to a country and just start, hiking up a big mountain. You do really want to have advice and someone with you. So anyway, we couldn't organise a guide, put it that way. Long story short. But anyway, we did some nice hiking. Actually, Thoro, while I've got you on here, Thoro, have you heard of Ibiza? Actually, that's what I'll tell you what about. I want to tell you on my live about hiking in Ibiza. That's not something you probably know about, because everyone goes to Ibiza to see DJs, which I did. But the hiking in Ibiza was wow. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'll save that to a live with you. Okay, well, Ibiza is an island in the middle of the Mediterranean. It's a Spanish island. It's one of the big party islands where all the big DJs go to. You think of Las Vegas, not the big high rises of Las Vegas, but more how everyone goes to Vegas to gamble. Everyone goes to Ibiza to see DJs. And probably do other things, but that's another story. That's not why I went there. So yeah, people are high on life there and potentially high on other things. But this Dora is high on life. So, circling back, Thoro was joining me one day when I was jumping up and down on a rebounder. So that it was because I was part of my 75 hard. So it is day 7, guys, of 75 hard for Dora. We have so far read 5 pages of a self-help book. We still have 5 more pages to go. We have drank nearly 2 litres of water. Just drink some more. You've got to drink a gallon of water, which is a lot. But I've noticed that if I start early, I've got no issues at all. We have to do 45-minute session. We need to do 2 of them. 1 must be outside. So we've just ticked that off. So I tick. And then this afternoon, when I come back from work, I have to do another 45-minute session. And it probably be rebounding. I won't be doing a live because straight after that, 7 p.m. tonight, my time, 10 o'clock in Ireland time, I'm doing a live with Heather's Backyard. She's going to teach me how to wire wrap sea glass that I've been picking up along the beach here when I did that big walk for mental health. And we're also going to talk about scuba diving in Ireland, which sounds amazing. So when I was in Samoa, I did 2 dives. I dived on an amazing wreck. It was so cool. You kind of went down the wreck and then you kind of went around it, and this big wreck of this big ship is just like, it's amazing. Again, another video that I haven't edited. Anyway, that's all good. I'll get there one day. So, Deb, Thoro, normally what I do on my channel is like I have a chat with everyone talking about random stuff that I would talk about. But I do introduce channels. Because you're actually starting your channel up again, you're okay for me to talk about your channel? Because, some people, like for example, Deb Warwick, who's asking you about your hiking, she's not a content creator. She's just a voyeurist. She likes to watch videos and have a chat Not everyone likes to, want to get subscribers and all that kind of stuff. But I do like to introduce people. Like, for example, I don't know, Mike, are you still there? So, Mike Adventure Sparks is a cool guy I've met on YouTube. We're now Instagram friends. So Mike is from Minnesota and he's a keen fisherman, but he loves hiking and being out in nature and having adventures on water, around water. I don't know, have you ever gone scuba diving, Mike, before? I'm not sure. But anyway, Mike's in the background there. He's away camping, so I don't exactly know where he is. I don't know where Wally is. Sorry, I'm not saying that in a bad way, but where's Wally? Where's Mike? But Mike did a really cool hiking video the other day. It's second on his playlist at the moment on his videos. I think it's called Dwarf Falls. It's in Minnesota, but it's so beautiful. It was a really, really good video, and it's a really nice hike. Like, I love watching people's hikes from different places. Funnily enough, my videos that are hiking videos do the best. If I show my adventures going out to see a live DJ, no one's interested. It's like crickets. But my channel is about like my, real life photo album. It's part of my identity, dancing and going to see raves and all that kind of stuff. So I will post about that regardless if anyone's watching, I don't care. But yeah, if I post about going hiking, people watch it. Okay guys, so, hey Crystal, how you going? So guys, Thoro Alexander is like, I'm not joking guys, he's like my hiking mentor. And I'm not saying that to be a suck ass. I'm just saying that because I have total respect for this dude. He's a great fella. He's my mate. But he loves hiking. Him and his partner do a lot of hiking in around Arizona. That's where they live. So Arizona it's hot, right? It's bloody hot. So obviously winter time is their high hiking area time. So that's why when I said, oh, you're going hiking this weekend, he's probably like, nah, it's probably hot as hell. So that makes sense. So he's coming up. Maybe that's why you said you've got plans, because you're coming up to autumn. It's going to start cooling down, and then winter time. I've seen some photos of Arizona where there's actually snow on the ground. Yeah, and I'm actually curious of Arizona. I have a guy friend that is from Arizona, and he tells me all about it, and it sounds fantastic. And he's not a hiker himself, but I was going to come visit him, and of course I was going to come do all the hiking, right? So I was looking into the hikes, and Sedona has some really nice hikes in Arizona, all around. So yeah, but yeah, so Thoro, like I said, he's like my hiking god. His videos, you'll find him talking and taking you on an adventure. So he's not one of those channels that does the ASMM. I don't know what they call that. I don't even know what that stands for. But he's not a silent walker. He's a little bit like me. He likes to chat. A little bit like Mike. Mike likes to chat too. So Thoro will take you on an adventure with you. He'll tell you all about it, about the parking, facilities, how far, how hard. He goes on some pretty hardcore hikes too. He's probably way more advanced with hiking than I am, as in he's into climbing. So that's not everyone's cup of tea, but at the same time, it might not be my thing, because I'm scared of falling off the cliff. But I love to watch it. So, yeah, so he is an adventure channel showcasing hiking around America, mainly around Arizona. So yeah, you could go check him out. I'm not asking you to sub for sub, guys, because that's just a waste of your time. But for example, Deb, I think you would enjoy him. He has got a really good personality, and yeah, I can't say enough about him. That's why I've invited him on to do a live, right? Because I really want to have a chat with him, and you'll see that, yeah, we've got a connection, as in we're friends, we're mates. And it'll be just two mates having a chat about hiking, our favourite subjects. So yeah, check him out. He is going to be, at the moment, his channel is a little bit, he's not posting as much, just let's say that. But if you subscribe to him and hit the notifications, when he starts rebooting, meaning he's going to get back into making content, then you'll see them. Because honestly, you don't want to miss it. Oh, you're single now. Okay, I was a little hesitant when I don't know if you saw that when I said you go hiking with your partner, your wife. I was a bit hesitant. I wasn't quite sure. Okay, well, happy days, commiserations, all wrapped in one. Oh, you still hike in the summer? Yeah, you just need to take a lot more water, right? And be careful of all the... Actually, Thoro, actually. There's a video on my my live list called Venomous Snakes. Go check that out. It's only probably about 12 back on my live list, but you'll enjoy that. It's a guy called Brody. It's at our local show and he is amazing. He's like full on so cool, and he talks about all the snakes and he's pulling out the snakes and he's wrapping them around his arms, and he's got the snake stick, and he's talking about the venomous snakes around the world and how that we shouldn't be scared of them, that we should, you know, embrace them, and just to be prepared to, like, you know, when you see a snake, what to do. So it's like Snake 101. I mean, a lot of this stuff you'll know, but I just think you'll enjoy seeing it by an Aussie talking about it. I love it. Every year I go to this show, I watch him and he's amazing. Anyway, this year I asked him if I could videotape and he said yes. The more people that get, you know, snake awareness, the better for snakes, right? So anyway, since you do a lot of hiking, you know what I'm talking about, snakes. So Kahi, you didn't tell us where you're from. Where are you from? You've got an interesting name. And Mike must be still he's in the background. And our friend Paul D Australia will be probably lurking very soon. Come in to say hello to you, Deb. Actually, I just walked past my car. Oh, where is my car? Oh yeah, don't worry, found my car. We're nearly finished, the bottle of water. We're going to get another bottle. Yeah, so Thoro, you don't need to, you know, keep on listening to my ramble about any random thing. Go check out that snake video. You will love it. Oh, and send me an email. So Thoro, I've been doing a lot of live. Well, the lives. I'll tell you where the lives came from. The lives came from me traveling in Samoa, and then I went to Europe to a wedding. So I was doing lives because there's no way I'm going to stop and edit videos to go on YouTube, right? I'm going to live my life, right? So I was just picking up the phone and going, oh, yep, I'm going to the famous cemetery in Paris. Let's go for a walk. And I do a walk to the famous, you know, that's how the lives came about. But when I came back from Europe, I started doing a training for, I don't know, when I was kind of like talking to you back on YouTube, Instagram days, I was doing a lot of training for a walk I do for mental health. I lost a close friend to mental health. So I'm always doing like mental health challenges to promote the awareness of mental health. So that's where the live started. I was walking on this beach anyway. So I thought, you know what, pick up the phone. I'm too busy in my life being busy, that this is the content I'll do, right? I'll take people on an adventure with me, walking on the beach in Australia, which, you know, people love. I do the jumping for joy at sunrise. So I did a jumping for joy at sunrise this morning. Still doing that. And yeah, people loved it. I started meeting all these people like Deb. I've never met Deb before. She came onto my live and then kept on coming back. And then a lot of subscribers, they just subscribe. They don't really, you know, they might say hi on your videos, started watching my lives, and I've got a nice little crew of people, so it's nice. So I've just kept that up. And I literally just reached out to my friend's Esther's husband last night because, is it the 8th of September or the 11th of September? 10th of September is Suicide Awareness Day here in Australia. Lifeline put that on, and you do a 5K walk to symbolise the people that you've lost in your life. So yeah, I feel it really nice that I've been able to get her husband to walk with me. This will be the first time. I won't be doing a live. I'll just take that in with him. Bit of electrolytes, because all this water is a lot. So I know that mental health is a topic that you do touch on every now and then on your channel. But it's a big topic I talk about because, yeah, as I said, mental health, our mental health is very important. All right. We're going to walk back down there and then back. I wanted to do a little bit of extra walking today, guys. Even though I've done my 45 minutes, I can do extra if I want to, right? It's my body. I have got a late start today. So it is 8:18 a.m. and I have a late start. So instead of going home and, scrolling on my phone, I want to do a little extra walking. I actually love walking on the beach. I just love hearing the sounds of the ocean, pitter patter in the background. So I've officially done 1 litre of water. Woohoo! 45 minutes of walking, tick. Half of my reading. So when I go home this morning, I'll have my breakfast. I'll read my other 5 pages of my self-help book about rewiring my brain. And then I can tick that off. So someone asked me before, do I have an app? So the 75 Hard, there's many apps you can get. I chose to pay for one. It was recommended by the lady Aging Rebel, Laurie. So I did a live with Laurie about a week and a half ago. No, about 9 days ago. We did a live together. She told me all about 75 Hard. She's a 64-year-old lady from Arkansas. She has just found hiking and she absolutely loves it. But she's done the 75 Hard twice. She's done it a couple of times and failed. She got to 33 days and then failed. When I say failed, I shouldn't say failed. She didn't do all the tasks. So if you don't do all the tasks, you have to go back to day 1. So in your 24 hours, you got to do 2 exercises, 2 45-minute exercises. One has to be outdoors. You have to drink a gallon of water, which is 3.7 litres here in metric. You have to read 10 pages of a self-help book, and not an audio book. Has to be self-help. You have to read a physical book. You have to take a progress photo. You don't have to show anyone that progress photo, that's yours, just to see where you've come. You have to have no alcohol, no takeaway. You have to follow some kind of health plan, diet if you want to call it diet. I don't like to call things diet because I don't think anyone can keep to diets. Health plan. The health plan that I'm following is called R3. It works well for my body. It might not work well for your body. I've done it a few times and it really does help my body shape. So why I'm doing this challenge is because it's a challenge and I love a challenge. But it's actually more a mental health challenge because it's mentally kicking your ass to get things in order. Like, you can't just wake up and go, oh yeah, I'm going to read 10 pages, drink that much water, exercise, and do all the things, right? And eat healthy, right? It's hard to kind of manage. You have to pre-plan. I have to plan the night before. Like, I have literally all my bottles of, so I've all got half-litre bottles. I fill them all up. I mix I've got green powder for my green juice that I take. I have electrolytes that I put into 2 of my waters. So I have all the bottles set out so I don't get, confused about how many bottles I do. I get my clothes ready in the morning. I literally have to trip over them on the way to the bathroom. So that way I know I'm going to exercise. But that's something I've been doing for a while now to get myself kind of organised to exercise in the morning. I find that if I get my exercise done in the morning, I'm a better human. And that's just me personally, guys. I'm not know anything. I'm just telling you my experiences. So it really you have to be organised. And I tell you, if I'm not thinking about my food the next day, what am I going to eat for breakfast? What am I going to have for dinner? What am I going to have for lunch? I've got to go to work. Like, I have to work, right? I'm still working full time. So a lot of people said, oh, that'd be so much easier if you weren't working. I'm like, yeah, sure, it'd be easier. But I'm sure you'd fill your life up with something else that you would go, oh, it's too hard. It's too hard. So anyway, and the water is the issue for a lot of people. I get that. I've always been I always drink a lot of water because you do pee a lot. I'm going to be honest. I spend a lot of time on the toilet peeing, yeah. So it is you got to manage your day. So that's all about organisational skills. I'm not very organised. I would say I'm organised chaos most days. Oh, it's interesting today. The sky is not really the sun's not coming out today. So, yeah, I am so proud of myself. Day 7 in, I think I have really got myself into a really good organisational skill, like organisational place. Like, for example, like last night, I was tired. I had a big day. I went on the beach. I did my walk in the morning. And then I spent a good 6 hours editing a video, not for YouTube. I edited a video for a dear friend that is about to pass away. So my girlfriends and I from school friends from high school got together on Saturday lunchtime, and for about 3 hours we made, the video Bohemian, by Wayne's World, Bohemian Rhapsody. Wayne's World. So we recreated that in our own way. We had a hotted up car. My friend's got a Mustang. So she drove, and then I had 3 other friends and myself, and we all made the video. And then I edited it. So anyway, it was a big day yesterday, but I still had to come home. I still had to stop editing and do my 45-minute session, right? But luckily I'd done a session outside in the morning, so I was able to just jump on my rebounder and do 45 minutes of exercise on that. So there's been a couple of moments in the last week where I was like, oh man, I completely forgot I have to do this exercise. So it does challenge me. It's not easy. That's why it's called 75 Hard. So it's not kicking my ass, but it's definitely taking a lot of my time and effort, because I spend a lot of time on the toilet. I spend a lot of time drinking. I spend a lot of time organising my life. Like last night, I probably spent half an hour filling up all my water bottles, getting my lunch ready for today, getting my clothes ready for today, for work, getting my clothes ready to go walking, making sure my battery charger's charged, my keys are where they're supposed to be, all the things so that I'm ready for tomorrow morning. All I need to do is wake up, start reading some of my book. I set my alarm for 25 past 5 because the sun is rising at 6 a.m. now, so it's getting earlier and earlier. So there'll come a time that I can't even see the sunrise because I am not waking up at 4:30 a.m. to see the sunrise. Hey Mary, how you going? Welcome to my walk. I'm just rabbiting on, Mary. Yeah, Deb, I don't know where the pelicans are today. They're a little bit lonely. Yeah, they've just been hiding. So, I don't know, Deb, I don't know if you've met Blessed to Crochet. She's my friend Mary. She's from America. She has, I believe she just got to 1,900 subscribers on her channel. She has 2 channels going. Blessed to Crochet and Blessings to Connect. She is a religious lady, so she has a lot of faith. What you'll find on her channel, she does a lot of lives and she likes to connect people, but in the right way. I was on your live yesterday or the day before, and I really love that you were preaching what Kevin does from Tuba Chat, because I'm always talking about that too, about how be a good human. Don't just sub for sub. It's a waste of time, because I actually openly say, please don't sub me. If you want to watch my content, yeah, excellent. Yeah, that's great. But like, you know, I really want people to connect with me. Yeah, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. I know that. And yeah, get to know me, and I'll do the same. But I'm not gonna. There's comments that people say, oh my gosh, 35 likes and waiting. I just subbed you, waiting. I'm like, what are you waiting for? God, what are you waiting for? So I get a lot of those comments on my my videos, and I just like, oh, whatever, I don't care. I don't do anything with it, right? So I love what Kevin says about when you're in a live, go out of the live, find the video, don't sub them, just go put one of their top videos in your to watch, playlist. So I've been doing that. So there's a few people on your live the other day that I did that too. I haven't gone back and watched them yet, but I will. Kick. There's Lavender's Rock. Paul, how you going, Paul? G'day, Paul. We've just been talking about you. Deb's been going, where's Paul? I said, oh, he'll be having his breakfast. He's been having his Vegemite on toast and a cup of coffee. And he'll be lurking in the ground. And I said, yeah, but just after 8 o'clock, he'll be around. He'll be getting ready to go for a walk. So he'll pop in and say hello. Say hello, Paul. You good? Hey, Paul, Susan's had a rough night. One of her cows slipped in the snow, ice the other day, and has literally fallen down one of her hills backwards, feet under the body, backwards. Actually, we're talking about Mary. You'll know Susan from High Country Homestead. So yeah, the cow went backwards into the electric fence. It was like bzzz, bzzz, every couple of minutes. She found the cow because she was missing, couldn't know where the cow was. It was missing. She went looking for it and found the poor thing. It was alive, thank God. And so it's so heavy she couldn't move it away from the fence. So it's getting zapped all the time. So she got a friend because no one was around. Apparently everyone's away this weekend around her house. So she got a friend that has a 4-wheel drive, came down and tried to move the cow away from the fence. And then she's got some medication from a vet because the cow can't actually stand up. She's so weak from being out in the cold, being zapped. I'm not painting a very good picture, am I? Honestly, it broke my heart. She rang me yesterday and told me about it, and I was nearly crying. I was like, oh my God. I wanted to come physically and help her. It was so, it's so sad. But one of her friends came, helped her move the cow away from the fence. It's away from the fence, but it's still on the ground. And she had to leave it last night in the weather because obviously they can't move the cow. And she couldn't cover the cow too much, because if she covered the cow and the cow stood up and tripped in the blanket, then it'll hurt herself again, right? So basically she had to leave it out in the elements. She was basically all through the night going down and checking on her, 2:30 in the morning, midnight, going to town in the freezing. I mean, Victoria's cold, right, compared to us down here. Though last night was quite cold here. So I can't imagine how cold it was there. So basically she said to me, the last thing she said, well, you know what? I'm either going to find the cow dead in the morning or she'll be holding on. And thank goodness she's holding on. So and the cow's name's Magpie. So I know, Mary, you're a lady of Christ. I mean, a child of Christ. I mean, oh my gosh, you're a believer of Christ. That's what I mean. And, you don't have to be a believer. You can, I'm not overly religious, but I definitely had a prayer for Magpie. So the cow's name is Magpie. Cool name, right, for a cow? So can we please send some love, some positive vibes to our friend Susan from High Country Homestead. She didn't sleep much last night. It's freezing cold. She still has a cow that's not well. She said the good thing is they actually gave her some hay and she ate half of it. And they gave her a whole lot of medicine to kind of, perk her up. So she might be coming good, but she's still not out of the woods. So Magpie is the mother of a calf she's got. So she's actually, a working cow on a farm. So she's quite important to the economy, you could say. The actual, for her actual farm, the homestead. So yeah, we don't want anything to happen to her cow. Oh, I love how you got there. Keep crocheting that connection. So Mary, which channel are you trying to get the 2,000 subscribers? Which one's a 1,910 subscribers? Which channel? Okay, Paul, guess what? I'm on 20%. Guess what, Paul? I have a bag. Guess what, Paul? I have a charger. Oops, do I have a lead though for the charger? That's another thing. Shit, that's not good. I don't have a lead. I have to have got it right. I found the charger. Okay, I'm not far from my car. Yep, I don't have the lead. Yep, Paul. Organisational skills. She's a work in progress. Plus, I got 20%, man. I'm living dangerously. Yep. That is quite funny, Paul. I was telling everyone at the start when the sun was rising, hey guys, if you don't need to hang out with me, guys. Trust me, I'll talk to myself on these lives. But go check out the start of my live and you don't have to come back. But the sunrise was amazing, guys. Plus, it's the 1st of September here, guys. First day of spring. And I did a happy dance. I was so excited. It was so nice. The sunrise was beautiful today. And you could hardly tell because it's so overcast. But that doesn't matter. It's still nice. Oh my God. So Deb had a visit from her neighbour's possum last night. It was trying to come in my house and eat my cat food. Oh God. What do you mean by your neighbour's possum? Possums are wild, aren't they? You mean it lives in your neighbour's roof? Like my possum? My possum lives in, I think we've got a few possums. We've got one possum in our roof and then we've got one possum that lives in our garage. So sooner or later, when we did get a new roof just done recently, but it's still a bit exposed because Diego's building the deck and everything. So we will not be leaving the possum in the roof, obviously. We'll be getting it out. And then we'll seal it up. The possum can't get back in. But, possums are wild. They're kind of cute, really. I know they're a little bit menace. I've shown you how on my deck, my planter boxes, I have to have the cages over the top to stop the platypus, to stop the possums eating my mixed lettuce. I mean, it is annoying, trust me. I get it, but yeah, but they're kind of cute. They're kind of cute. So Paul, where are you walking today? Anywhere different, or you're doing your normal circuit? Hey Paul, I had a really cool mate of mine, a guy called Thoro Alexander. He is a content creator from Arizona, and he's into hiking. And he's not overly active in his channel right now, but his backlog of videos are amazing. But anyway, I'm not saying go check his channel out right this minute, but he said that he's going to start rebooting, as in like he's going to start doing his channel again. And he's actually going to open his Instagram page again. He was very big on Instagram. He had a lot of following. He had this podcast going once a week, or was it once a month, was it? I don't know. I bet it was once a month. Once a month, he'd invite hikers in to talk about their hikes and their country where they hike from. And he does like he asks you like 10 questions. You can phone a friend. You can, it's very fun. It's very interactive. He has other hikers zoom in that are on his panel, but they're pretty much interviewing you. So I was on that live once upon a time, and he asked me about, I had to talk about one of my favourite hikes, which was Kagari at the time, about hiking on Kagari, and about the animals, because everyone's interested in the animals of Australia, right? About everything that will kill you. So that was interesting. So I've just told him to go check out my snake video, my venomous snake video that I did that live from the Ekka. So anyway, stay tuned. I've asked him if he'd do a live with me because I think you would love him. I love him. He's a great guy. Great guy. But anyway, I'm so excited that he's coming back. He jumped on one of my lives the other day and said hello. I mean, not jumped on, but he was in the chat. So anyway, stay tuned. He said, yep, he'd be cool to be on a live with me. Hey, so Paul, could you do me a favour and share my link for Heather and my live tonight? It's in the scheduled posts, scheduled videos. So it's 7 o'clock our time tonight. If you're around, jump on. If you're not, it doesn't matter. We're talking about wire jewellery wrapping and scuba diving in Ireland, which I'm really interested in talking about. It's only going to be an hour live, plus it'll be like, an hour live will be sufficient. Oh, I can imagine what the possum was looking at you going, no, I'm hungry. But possums, this is the problem, right? Possums are now living in like suburbia. They don't know what to eat. They go for the easiest target, which is obviously your cat food. They eat my chocos. And I just kind of think, you know what, this is like a blessing. Like, it's not a blessing, but like, it's part of the ecosystem. Like, give some to the animals, some for us, some back to the earth. Oh, wait on. Car. Let me go find out what happened to that lead, Paul. I'm a bit curious. I actually was saying that I'd lost this charger. I didn't know what happened to it. I actually blamed Diego. I said, did you take my charger to Europe with you? He's like, no, I've got my charger. It's like, oh, okay. So I don't know what I did with my charger, but I opened the back of my boot this morning, and went, oh, guess what I just found? My charger in the doggy bags. Prayers and good thoughts for me. I'm really struggling with my sciatic nerves. I'm in a lot of pain today, so I'm trying to take it easy. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. So Mary is blessed to crochet, and she does have a second channel. All right. Paul. Look, Paul. Oh, wrong way. Look, Paul. Doggy bag. Oh, my togs. Snake kit. Okay. Oh, what have I got in here? What do we have in our little bag here? Tricks here. I think I have. Oh, some. Oh, right. This is petrified wood, guys. Yeah. This is petrified wood. Like, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, oh, it's a bit hard. It's not very sunny, is it? That's petrified wood. Petrified wood is like 100 million years old. Wood that is now turned into rock. It's quite light because it's actually not rock, it's petrified wood. Holding something that is that old is amazing, right? It's a fossil. It's a real fossil. So yeah, Mary, I do send you all the positive vibes. I hope you feel better. Hope you go to bed and feel better, because sleep is amazing for us. Sleep is like definitely the key. Hopefully you wake up tomorrow morning and feel a lot better. Actually, hold on. Let me pull a card for you. What I mean by that? Let me pull a be happy card for you. So be happy. Gotta open it up. Okay, let's read. Now we all know that Dora's a bit cross-eyed. I can't read it through here. Oh, here we go. Live nutty, just occasionally, just once in a while, and see what happens. It brightens up the day. Oh my God, I love this. This card is for me. Actually, no, this card is for you guys, right? Mary, live nutty, just occasionally, just once in a while, and see what happens. It brightens up your day. By Leo someone. So I'll read that again, guys. Live nutty, Paul. Just occasionally, Paul. Just once in a while, Deb. And see what happens, Mary. It brightens up the day. I love that. I love that. Anyway, that's for you, Mary. That's for you, Paul. That's for you, Deb. And whoever else is lurking in the background. Live nutty, just occasionally, just once in a while, and see what happens. It brightens up the day. Be happy. I love that card. I'm all about being nutty. I was nutty before. I literally did a Dancing Fedora on the rocks while I was pretending to rock climb. Guys, you know what? I don't feel the need that I want to walk anymore. Now that I've come back to the car, I've been walking for... Can anyone tell me how long I've been walking? How long have I been doing this live? Can you guys tell me how long I've been doing the live for? Well, I just plugged my phone in. Let's see if I've got any juice in this baby. This bad boy I bought from 2 hours. Okay, shit, I've walked. Oh, we have juice. We're juiced up. Okay, guys, I think we've done enough walking, right? I can unplug that. So, I mean, obviously I've done a lot of walking and talking. Let me just see if there's any platypus. Platypus, my God. Pelicans, nah, can't see pelicans. Can't see pelicans, guys. Taking the shoes off because they are filthy. Literally half the beach are on my shoes. Yep. Socks off too. So yeah, I come home with half the beach in my shoes. Alright guys. Oh, actually, if you still stay there for a second, I'll show you the sunrise. Because I got it on my other phone. Alright. Let's go. Great angle. Me and my double chin. Alright. Oh, feels nice. Alright guys. Let's balance you here. There you go. Okay, stay. Let me show you the sunrise, guys, because you probably won't go back and see my replay of my live. I will show you the sunrise. Oops. Oops. Do I have the sunrise? So I take an old phone with me so that I can capture the sunrise, because I mean, even though I capture the sunrise on the lives take a while to download. I can go back and screenshot it, but it's just, there's too many steps, right? It's just too many steps. All right. So yeah, I was a little excited because it is the first of spring. First day of spring. It's the first day of September. Pinch and a punch can't get me back for the end of the month, Paul. So yeah, that is amazing. That sunrise, guys, oh my God. Let me just get the point. So guys, do you know why? I know when I do the sunrise jump, I put my hands up in the air. That's because, like, that's me saying, you know, I'm very grateful. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, my angels. Thank you, Buddha. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Shiva. Thank you, Ganesh. Thank all the gods, you know, Mother Earth, the universe, because it's just like this amazing sunrise is in front of me and I get this opportunity to do a jumping for joy. Regardless if you guys are there, I do a jumping for joy. It doesn't matter. My phone is full of photos. Let me just, I can just zoom here and there's just sunrise after sunrise. Let me see if I can find a fun sunrise for you. That was a fun sunrise, I'll be honest. That was fun. It was interesting. I was just talking to you guys. I'm going to make a little short out of the sunset we had on Friday night. That was gorgeous. Excellent. Great. One of these days I have to do a live together. Be fun. Maybe one day I'm doing a cooking time outside. Cooking? I'm doing a rocking time outside. Okay, cool. Hey, I'm always up for lives. I always think it's really good to connect with other people. I seem to find now on my lives, because I've been doing lives for a little while, that I'm probably not attracting any new people to my lives, coming through, because I find that I am spending a lot of time talking to individuals. Like, you know, I'll spend a time having a rant to Paul or Deb or someone, and people will come, and like when I'm doing a rant, I'm not actually looking at the chat. Like, you know, I'm walking along and the chat does go quite fast sometimes. So, and, you know, I've had some comments from people going, oh, she's only just, you know, talking to the people that she's subscribed to, which is fine because I probably was. But I have noticed that I spend, you know, I don't probably say, you know, hi too much to the new people that jump through, because I am on a rant, having a little, you know, talking about my 75 hard or being obsessed with the Pelicans or something like that. Actually, while we talk, I need to have some electrolytes. So I find that I'm doing better going over to a live and to other people's lives and finding people that I connect with that have channels of like, you know, that I'm interested in kind of thing. And then in that live, I'll go find their videos, find their top video. I'll go put that in my watch list. I don't sub for them straight away. And then later on, I go and check out their videos. And then I've actually met, some really interesting channels from that. And then they come over and check out my channel and then be part of my lives. So that seems to be really working for me, which I'm, happy about. But, I do these lives not to, to get more subscribers really anymore. I've made, some really nice, connections. And I think when you start growing a lot more, I mean, look, I know that my channel will probably grow more. But, I don't want to lose that connection with people, because I think that I have heard people talking about, like, when you have 1,000 subscribers or 2,000 subscribers, it gets more. I'm just thinking no, I thought there was a guy coming towards me that was actually my friend's husband. I was about to yell out to him. But yeah, no, it's not him. That'd be embarrassing. Looked like a little bit like him. So yeah, I have heard people talking about that, when you're on like 1,000 subscribers compared to 2,000 subscribers to 3,000, 10,000, that when you get to that kind of level, it's hard to keep in connection with the people that you originally connected with when you were under 500 subscribers. So, do you ever eat fat? Do I ever eat? Is that what you're saying? Sorry, I'm a bit side. Do you ever eat? Do I ever eat? Yeah. I think it's saying, do I ever eat fat? Is that what you're trying to say? Whoops. Yeah, I do. Yes. Good fats. Avocado. I love avocado. Ghee. I think that's what you're trying to say. So anyway, rant. I was trying to find you a funny. Oh, wow. Paul, best hike I've ever done. Let me see if there's a video going to come up here. I've got videos here from Everest Base Camp. Wow. Let me see if I can show you this. I don't know if you can see that. There's a bit of glare. That's me up at Everest in Nepal. Cool. I don't think the videos work here, because this is not connected to the internet, so it's not going to download any of my videos. Oh my gosh. It is a form of crochet, was asking Susan. It's a form of, you mean you're asking Mary? Mary, Deb's asking you, do you ever tat? I think that she's trying to say. Tat? I don't know. It must be something about crocheting. I don't actually know if Mary does crochet. Mary, do you actually crochet? Because I've never actually seen you crochet on your channel. Okay, this is my best Dora shot. I'm dressed as Dora the Explorer for a Halloween party. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Actually, hold on. Let me reflect. Go this way. That's me. No, it's reflection. Anyway, I'm just talking for the sake of talking at this present moment, which is probably a waste of my time. Not a waste of my time, but like, I probably should just turn off the live and go. No, I have not done that type of crochet. When I do the rocking connection and connecting, I'm actually doing crochet. Oh, okay, cool. So on Blessing Connect, Mary does a rocking connections, rocking connecting, which is like trying to connect people together, to get to know each other. So she's all about, you know, getting people to meet different communities. So she's actually crocheting while she does that. That's pretty cool. So that's the live that I jumped on the other day. I didn't see, oh, it was dark. You were saying it was really dark. That's why I couldn't see what you were doing. But yeah. So guys, I'm going to go. Have a great walk, Paul. Enjoy your day and your second walk if you do go for a second walk. Mary, I hope you have a nice rest and you start feeling a bit better. Deb, always thinking of you. Hope the eye gets a little bit better so that, you know, you can then get the other eye done and then you'll have perfect vision. Hope, you know, all the other things are, you know, a little bit better and get better. Please, everyone, send a prayer, hopes and dreams and positive vibes to Magpie, Susan's cow that needs to get better. Whoever else is in the background, have a good day. I hope you liked that little verse I just pulled out from the Be Happy card about being nutty. Occasionally, I'm nutty all the time, but, you know, be wild every now and then. You know, like Paul, on your walk, just do a little skip. You don't have to record it. Do a little wiggle, 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 wiggle. Just, you know, be a bit nutty and see where it goes. Anyway, I'll leave you on that. I'm all about being nutty. Sayonara. First day of spring. Love ya. 75 hard. Day 7. We're ticking off the list. See ya. Oh yeah, I'm doing a live tonight. Catch me on the replay. It's in my live list. It's scheduled. It's with Heather's Backyard. Be there, be square. It doesn't matter. Bye.